Let's get us on. Hi, I'm Lorenzo Thomas.
And I'm Jeff Fox.
And we are the Sports Brothers. And this is, I guess we can call this our new show. It's called Review and Preview, where we'll take some of the big sporting events that have happened over the course of the weekend and kind of review what has happened there. And then we'll take a look at what's coming up in the upcoming weekend right here on Review and Preview with the Sports Brothers. Now, Jeff, of course, we'll start off the show talking about our Miami Heat. I am a big Miami Heat fan, and he's a Laker fan, so he can't wait to get to that part of the show.
I like the Heat, too.
But right now, basically, we're 21 games into the season, and the Miami Heat are sporting a 15-6 record. And, of course, last night they lost to the Boston Celtics. I think the final score was 112-93 off the top. And a game where the Heat did come out and look as if they were going to be able to handle the Boston Celtics because they jumped out to a double-digit lead in the second quarter. But you know, as that quarter rolled on, the Celtics went on like a 21-5 run and were leading big at the half.
Well, I expected the Heat to lose this game, Lorenzo.
Really?
I mean, it was the second of back-to-back. Four of the Heat's, 6 losses have been on the second night of back-to-back.
Yeah.
So after the fantastic effort in Toronto, which I do want to talk about, I was very impressed by that.
Yeah.
And I thought that was probably the most significant win of the season. It would have been a bit much to ask them the very next night to face a very hard-nosed and tough Boston Celtics team and come off with a victory. But I was very impressed, man, by this Heat team on this road trip, but I did expect them to lose to Boston.
Well, like I said at the top, I like the way they came out. They came out and had a 11-point lead in the second quarter, and I was very surprised because they had played. This was the third game in 4 nights. And if you think about it, the game prior to that against Toronto, which we'll talk about more, went into overtime.
Yes.
So after looking at this game, we could talk about the Toronto game, but after watching it, it was like, okay, you had Jimmy Butler came out and scored 37 points. This was a game that kind of indicated that this is a young team and the guys haven't matured, that the Heat may need that extra superstar if they want to beat a team like Boston or Toronto in the 7-game season.
In the 7-game, you're absolutely right. You're gonna need another star or a superstar. Now, there's rumors. All right, the word on the street is the San Antonio Spurs might be interested in dangling DeMar DeRozan and LaMarcus Aldridge to the Miami Heat.
Now, what will the Heat have to give up?
In exchange, the Miami Heat would have to give up
say Dion Waiters.
Dion Waiters.
All right.
Dion Waiters. Justice Winslow.
Okay.
Kelly Olynyk or Myers Leonard.
Okay.
Would you make that trade?
Yes, I would make that trade because you're getting DeRozan, right? So he can play the point along with Jimmy and along with, you don't have to give up Dragic, right? So then I would keep Kelly because I think Kelly's a better three-point shooter. Olynyk, even though it's Myers, I think he's shooting a better percentage right now. But if you have Aldridge, you don't need Myers anymore.
Right.
Because now you got Bam. And now if you're able to line up Bam next to Aldridge, oh my goodness. On the defensive side of the ball, you'll have DeRozan, Aldridge, Bam, and Butler.
Yeah. I think this is definitely
the
Heat, in my opinion, right now, top 4 team in the East.
I'd give you that.
Right now, top 4 team. If the trade, and we're speaking of hypotheticals, of course, but if this trade were to happen, definitely maybe top 3. This certainly changes the perspective. And when you look at a coach like Eric Spoelstra, a guy that can turn lemon into lemonade, and yeah, I mean, it would get a lot of folks.
And congratulations to Eric Spoelstra because his wife, they're expecting another child, so he didn't coach the team last night in Boston. And another thing about that trade, when we saw the Heat go up against the Philadelphia 76ers, they had a hard time matching up. I mean, it was really hard for them to match up against Ben Simmons and Embiid. It was just hard. They don't have the length that Philadelphia has, and you saw that in that game. So that trade, we see that on the San Antonio side. We haven't heard any of those rumors on the Heat side, have we?
I've heard some rumblings. I've heard some rumblings, with some of my sources, but nothing concrete yet. It's just pure speculation at this point. But it's something I would consider because this team, as great as we love the effort. As
Right.
much as we love the effort in Toronto the other night, you're not going to beat them in a 7-game series right now.
Right.
Not with this young team as they currently
But
built.
you see, none is struggling right
Yeah.
now. Hero has to find his way into the lineups, and he needs basically consistency to get in rhythm. And of course, Bam is coming to life, and even Charles Barkley called him a monster last night on TNT. So
Let me add also, though, I love the ball movement.
Yes.
The
Yes.
Raptor game,
Yes.
I was so impressed.
Yes.
And again, Eric Spoelstra, man.
Yeah.
Eric Spoelstra's an amazing coach.
yeah, and you didn't see it last night. You could see, and they committed a lot of fouls last night. So
Yeah.
that's a sign of a very tired team. You're not moving your feet. You're reaching a lot, and Boston beat them by I guess it was like 23 points. Just at the free throw line, and then Miami committed close to, I think, 19 or 20 turnovers, and Boston committed only 6. But
Let's say this, though. Certainly the Heat, right now, they match up with any one of the top 4 teams.
got that right, Jeff. It's been an exciting first quarter of the NBA season, and now we're getting ready to go into the fourth quarter of the NFL. So we'll be right back to talk about some football. My Dolphins, his Raiders, right here on Review and Preview with the Sports Brothers. Well, if you're just checking in, I'm Lorenzo Thomas. This is Jeff Fox. We are the Sports Brothers, and this is Review and Preview. And, of course, we're going to preview a game that's coming up next week. The Los Angeles Lakers will be coming to town to take on our Miami Heat. I'll be at the game. And Jeff, I don't know if you're not going to be able to make the game, huh?
I won't be able to make the game.
Well,
but
I will be there covering the game, and the Los Angeles Lakers are a team right now that is in the headlines because they are dominating with LeBron James and Anthony Davis.
Absolutely. 2 superstars.
Yeah.
And nothing in the NBA is guaranteed, of course. You have to play the game on the court. But they're 19-3 right now, tied with the Milwaukee Bucks for the best record in the NBA. Mm-hmm. And I think LeBron James has found the fountain of youth, man.
Didn't you the other day say he is the best player of all time?
The best basketball player I've ever seen is LeBron James.
Wow.
Better than Michael Jordan. Better than Kobe Bryant.
And you saw Michael Jordan win all 6 championships, right?
I saw Jordan's 6 championships.
Okay.
I saw Kobe's 5 championships.
Right.
And I've seen LeBron's L's in the finals.
Right. And that's why he'll never be better than Jordan because of those L's. That's it. I mean, that's the end of the debate. It's over with those L's.